It's the giant rock! Yeah! 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 Ah! Yeah! Hey ladies and gents, welcome back to the 3-hard run of Ocarina of Time. This is the last part, and it's going to be super long, because editing is not sufficient. Did I just really fuck up Zelda's Lullaby somehow? Anyway, this fairy is going to double my magic power, and also I don't think I ever got Nehru's love. Whoops. Anyway, Nehru's love would have been a magic spell that put up a shield around me. I don't know if it protects me from damage entirely, or if it just raises defensive power like this one does, or what, but I didn't get it. But that doesn't matter. So, yeah. Oh, creepy fairy. Defensive power has increased. Dude looks like a lady. Dude looks like a lady. That's off. It's been so long since I've used that song. Anyway, so you head up, and you're just going to be going up multiple flights of stairs with central rooms that I think are kill rooms. And I don't remember what these things are called. I just know that they are no match for the big Goron sword. Oh my. So... some interesting things here. Ganon's castle. I don't know if you knew this or not. The original version of Ocarina of Time is rated T, and the game had at one point animated blood. And I'm totally sucking at fighting these Stalfos. But at least they don't revive if I don't kill them fast enough. Anyway, there's a scene after you beat Ganondorf, where he coughs up blood. And in later versions of the game, as well as the Virtual Console version and the 3DS version, he coughs up green blood. Well, actually, I don't know if he coughs up blood at all in the 3DS version. I don't remember. It's been a while. But yes, in later versions, he coughs up green blood. In the original version, it was your standard red blood. Yes, there was once a Zelda game in which the bad guy coughed up blood. And oh my god, how is this gonna... Well, I suppose I could just aggro one at a time. Actually, if I remember... Actually, if I do this right, it should be a bit of a letdown. Also, by the way, off screen, I went and filled up my fairies. My bottles of fairies. So, that's good. Oh, that's not good. Oh well, there are 2 hearts right there anyway. So as long as I time it right, the big Goron sword gives me awesome range, and good god, that was a letdown. Not at all like the... Well, they're not too hard in Wind Waker either, I guess. It was the Dark Nuts in Twilight Princess that were really hard. Huh. Fancy that. This area here, you will come to hate it. You will really, really hate this place by the time you're done. Basically just refill area. You know, you go to climb up and you think, well, is this what I'm supposed to do? And you get up top and you're like, no, that's not right. And No, trust me. You will know this place later, and you will hate it. And is this the right way to go? I think this is right. Yes, this is a yeah. And as I'm sure you've heard, as you're going up the stairs, you're hearing this organ playing the classic Ganon's Castle music. Da, well. I believe beyond this door is Ganondorf himself. Yep. Just take a moment to admire that music. Which, by the way, I don't know if you knew this or not, but Ganondorf himself, first off, he has Zelda right there in a crystal, but he's playing the organ. And I think it's a really cool touch. The ominous music that you hear playing as you go up isn't just in the game's background, but it's actually something that Link would be hearing. And it's actually something that Ganondorf is playing. For some reason, something like that is cool to me. Anytime the music in a game is revealed to be being played by one of the characters, I think it's pretty cool. But yes, now we have this, and on my computer, Windows 8 just brought up the start screen. Anyway, I swear I didn't get Windows 8 on purpose. It was the only default choice. But anyway, we're about to begin the Ganondorf fight, and well, there's the soundbite that shows up in Super Smash Brothers every time he does his Warlock punch. But this fight here is exactly the same as the second portion of the Phantom Ganon fight. Well, except that he also punches stuff and will make you fall if you're in this. So, it's basically just a volley, except that you can't lock onto him. And I think I should mention, I'm very bad at volleying. I'm very bad at volleying. Especially when I have nothing but a frontal view and I'm using like the big Oron sword and I just used up a fairy. Well, this could be bad. But if you're used to volleying, which by the way you can use an empty bottle to volley because swinging the empty bottle actually does volley it back. But if you're good at volleying, this fight is nothing. Basically, you volley back and forth until it hits him. Yawning! And then you hit him with a light arrow. And then you go up and hit him. Yeah, it's not that bad at all. There we go, and then I just gotta make sure I hit him with a light arrow. And now I'm just gonna make my jump. No! And remember that room I was talking about earlier? How you'll hate it? Here you go. You can get recovery hearts down here, and there are a large number of pots so you can get magic too. But when you get back to the top, Ganondorf has this nasty tendency of trying to use whatever that earth-shaking punch is that makes things fall. And also, whenever his, as you can see, whenever his whenever his magic attacks hit a piece of the playing field, it makes those fall too. I think it's actually entirely possible for you to get screwed out of this fight because of Ganondorf's magic and everything knocking down all the possible ways for you to jump to him in time after hitting him with a light arrow. But I mean, the first time you play, if you play this game without knowing anything about it the first time, this is probably a fairly anticlimactic final fight. Because you're playing it, you're like, really? I mean, that's it? Ah. There we go. And make sure you don't lock onto him before you... Really, Navi is completely useless in this fight, because you don't need her at all. Even when she shows up to help you by letting you lock on, it's more of a hindrance to be locked onto him whenever you need to get to that middle platform, because you end up doing a jump attack instead of rolling or actually jumping. And so you fall, like I did. Oh my god, when is this volley going to end? Oh my god. Ganondorf? 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 Ah, sneaky bastard. Well, that's 2 fairies down. And okay, another volley. This is not terrible so far. Really? You really only get 1 chance with the light arrows to knock him down, which kind of sucks. But oh well. That didn't last long at all. He really made me work for it with that second volley. Really? I have to go through this another time? Did I really just fall again? That made me sad. What is he about to do? And me being the idiot that I am, I just kind of stand there and take it. I don't remember that attack at all. Is he doing it again? Well, that was... It's easy to dodge. And... Oh, wait. Get in, you fuck! 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 And... Don't be locked onto him. Really? I was 1 hit away from beating him? But here it is. And... green blood. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Oh, I'm sorry, Zelda. Did your monologue get interrupted by Ganon's tower? Also, how did we end up on the top? Did he just completely blow up what was the top and suddenly there's like a gate here? I guess if you look over at that pillar, it looks like the top's been ripped off or something, but I don't know. So now you get to do Ocarina of Time's imitation of an escort mission. I mean, I guess it's sort of an escort mission. It's not really an escort mission. It just kind of is. I don't know. Basically, you're just dodging falling rocks while Zelda is usually lagging behind, opening doors for you. Sometimes she's ahead of you, and it's probably smart in the last few areas to let her go ahead of you so that she actually will catch the rocks for you. Or she'll... The rocks tend to fall on you more easily if you get ahead of Zelda. And sometimes it's rather hard to see their shadows on the ground. They do leave shadows on the ground, but sometimes they're not the easiest to see. Also, she runs across things that you have to jump across. Because, god damn it, Zelda, you overuse your magic. Yep. So now... Oh, no, 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 no. Well... Sorry about the silence there. Oh no, I've got a yawn coming on. Now, this is the only time this is going to happen. But she gets captured, basically, and you have to kill these enemies before progressing. Oh god. I should be dead. Why am I not dead? And I don't know how I didn't die and use up my last fairy, but Zelda drops hots for you, so as long as you don't walk into the flaming meteor in the middle of the room, you can get a refill, I suppose, if you're doing a 3-heart run. Otherwise, it's like, what, 4 or 5 hearts? Which isn't insignificant, but... yeah, and right there you can jump on her head if you time it right, which is actually surprisingly easy to do. It makes her go, Now here's an annoying room, because there are falling rocks that like to land exactly where you normally go. I don't know. But you're almost to the bottom of the tower, and this tends to hit me a lot. As you can see, every single falling rock, except for that last one there, managed to hit me. I don't know. And then this final area, you're crossing a bridge and there's a Redead who manages to stop you, but doesn't stop her for some reason. But 2 hits from the big Goron sword and it's down. So we're almost out of the castle now. Onward. Onward. Alright. Going through here. And now we're outside of the castle. And now prepare for the most realistic castle demolition ever. Oh my god. I love how this thing demolishes. It literally falls in on itself and just kind of sinks. And when it lands, and when it ends, it's just kind of like this perfect shape. And it's great. Yeah, it's over. It's finally over. And guess what? If you look at the length of this video, you can tell it's not over. It's finally not over. Or rather, it's not over. It's not finally over. So, yeah, there's one more fight. Which, I mean, should be obvious, I guess, but he refuses to die. Which, in his defense, I refuse to die too, even though he's quite clearly the stronger of the two of us. Yep. So if you've played any of the original games, then you're familiar with Ganon. The giant boar-esque final boss, as he appears in the first Zelda, and A Link to the Past, and in this game. So, excuse me. I'm yawning at you, Ganon. So basically, you get your Master Sword knocked away, but I have the Big Goron sword, so I still get a sword for this fight. You can use arrows to stun him, and then you can get behind him and knock his tail away, or knock at his tail. And usually, you're only gonna get like one shot in. Now, the problem with this way is that there are two stages to this fight, and you run out of magic before. You usually tend to run out of magic circa really early in the second stage for stunning him. So, yeah. Another thing you can do is you can roll under him and to access his tail. And yeah, it's not hard to roll under him. He'll usually attack, and then you roll under him and dodge his attack, and then you have to be kind of quick about it though if you want to actually hit his tail. And you can also shoot his tail with a light arrow, which I don't. Oh crap. So, yeah. And he can also destroy the pillars around, I guess. They might possibly have hearts, I don't know though. Yeah. Thankfully, he's very slow to turn around. Alright. Yeah, it's a final fight. This isn't too hard, but he does kind of hit like a truck whenever he does hit you. Oh yeah, that's right. You can shoot his tail with arrows too. I think it goes by hits rather than the strength of your weapon that you hit him with. So yeah, after a while you hit him and you get to go and retrieve your Master Sword. And then you get to go back in the fight. And this is where, I suppose since I'm out of magic, this is where rolling under him is going to come in handy. So, just gotta let him get... How did... Oh! He just did 2 hearts of damage with one swing. Oh! Crap, Oh yeah, 1 fairy left. But yeah, he does hit like a truck. He would do 4 hearts of damage with 1 swing. Meaning that without any sort of healing stuff, you would die in 2 hits, normally. Oh. How did I not die to that? And yeah. And fight. Oh no! Oh shit. Damn, he killed me. Well, I guess it's not too bad. Oh well. Wait, you start here? God damn! Come on, come on, come on. Come on, come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on. That's it, you got this. Oh! No. Oh no. God damn. I hate you so much, Ganon. Ganon! You fuck. Come on. Ganon, you fuck! Ugh, this is hard. Okay, so, fun fact. If you go to the second phase of the fight and you don't use the Master Sword, you will never finish the fight, because you'll never get stunned for you to pull out your sword. So, yeah. It's also recommended that you save your light arrows for this stage of the fight because they keep him stunned. They keep him stunned longer. Yeah. So, yeah. So, yeah, it basically just follows a simple pattern of light arrow to the face and his tail. And then after a while you're going to stun him again and he'll be laying, and then Zelda will hold him down and you deliver the final blow and you win the game. Because this game is like that. Now, it takes quite a few hits, though. It takes about as many hits as the first time did to get him down. Oh, here we go. Alright. Almost through. Such somber music. And then if you want to, you can switch to your big Goron sword and just wail away at him for a while. And then eventually he'll get back up and you'll have to go through this whole process again. But yeah, but no. There's none of that here. And all that green splatter is red in the original version of the game. So yeah, like that, just like that, you have defeated the King of Evil, Ganon. And the sages are going to seal him now. So that's fun. Ancient creators of Hyrule? Well. Funny thing, this does work pretty well as a prequel to A Link to the Past. In the sense that they seal him in the Dark Realm. And then you have to beat him in the Dark World in A Link to the Past. It's one way to think about it. But yeah. And now comes the big part where he says, "Curse you! You! Curse you, Zelda! Curse you, sages! Curse you, Ryan!" Or Link. "Someday when the seal is broken, that is when I will exterminate your descendants." He mellows out significantly in Wind Waker. He's a little less revengement and a little more focused on what he originally wanted. Yeah. And now you're back here. And long story short, Zelda is going to send you back to the past so you can have a childhood. Because you didn't have a childhood because you were kind of forced to become a hero. Even though you kind of lost your childhood to begin with because you decided to go off on your own. And in Pokemon, they wouldn't give a shit. If you were 10 in Pokemon, you're legally an adult. Anyway, this isn't Pokemon. This is Zelda. Yep. Lay the Master Sword to rest, and other stuff. Road between times will be closed. Basically, this is what creates the... Okay, so this game, timeline speaking, creates 3 different pathways. One is the child timeline, where Link goes off and follows the Majora's Mask path. One is this adult timeline, which segues into the Wind Waker, because the people try to call for the hero to come back, and the door between times is closed, so he can't. And then there's a third option where apparently Ganondorf maintains control of everything and Link never shows up, which some people have always... or Link doesn't beat him, which some people count as Link dying against Ganondorf or failing against Ganondorf. I don't really see it that way, because you may remember there are multiple times in this game where you have to go back in time as a kid and do something before you can resume with the rest of the game. And I've always interpreted it as when you go back in time to become a kid again, that's what creates the third timeline and the world without Link doing anything. What just happened? Yeah. And that world without Link is what becomes that third timeline. So when he canonically has to go back to the past to become a child again, there splits off again into a timeline that he doesn't return to, which would be the original timeline that he saves the Forest Temple, Forest Sage, and all in. And then a second one where he's done all that and he actually comes back. Which is depressing to think about. But anyway, that's enough timeline talk. So, this project... Where to begin? My least viewed project, definitely. When I recorded the first few parts of this, I thought it was fun, and I thought it was. Usually, a lot of Let's Players will say they'll record a few parts and use before uploading any of them to decide if they actually want to do a series, and I kind of did and didn't do that. I recorded a few parts and decided I liked them and uploaded them, even though I wasn't consciously doing any sort of screening process. But right around the time that I beat the third child dungeon, I kind of lost interest for a while, which was true for a lot of Let's Playing in general, because I was busy with school stuff. But let's see, there was Dark Souls and Star Fox and Metal Gear Solid, and there was this. This started... I can't remember if I started this after or before Half-Life 2, but this is the one that I had probably enjoyed the least playing, because basically this is a challenge run of a game that I honestly don't know as well as I should. But yeah, it's just one of those games that I don't know. My original plan was to do like 3 heart runs of all the 3D Zeldas except for Majora's Mask, which I haven't played yet, and I don't know. This project made me realize maybe I shouldn't do that. Excuse me. I'm not against, like, say, doing a 3-heart... or doing 100% runs of them later for LPs. But I don't know. I think I had a conversation with one of my friends about this, and he seemed to agree that 3 heart runs tended to lend themselves better to streaming than actually series that are recorded and everything like this. Which I don't know. At the time, I didn't have the proper stuff to stream, and I still technically don't. I need a better microphone for streaming because the one I have doesn't really work that well for it. But anyway, yeah, it's a classic game, and you know, if you haven't played it, it's worth playing. It's probably worth playing 100% at least once, with the caveat that you understand that this was the first game to do a lot of the conventions of 3D Zelda and a lot of 3D games. So, that's my opinion on it. Yeah. So, with that all said and done, I'll let you enjoy the rest of the credits, and I'll see you guys in whatever comes up next. Later.